What's going on, everybody? Here we are, getting ready to do a video. Been wanting to touch on this for a while, and if I come off sounding like a smart aleck or anything, I do not mean to at all. I'm doing this just to help people understand. We've got so many people following us on YouTube now, and everybody wants to call and talk on the phone and to buy a dog, and then when they see the price of them, sometimes they're just take back. They think we're trying to make all this money. So I just, instead of explaining it to each person, it's easier to do a video explaining it. The reason our prices is what they are, and I'd love for them to be cheaper. It'd tickle me to death. But we produce so few puppies because bullies are hard to get pregnant. Every breeding is an AI, and you are lucky if 50% of them take. Then once they take, you're lucky to get an average of 4 puppies a litter on the ground that lives. You might get 5 and then 2 die, or you might get 4 and 1 live. It's just hard. It's hard to do, and it takes us to produce the few puppies a year that we produce. It takes us 20 bullies. We have 5 males and 15 females, and it's a full-time job. It's not something we do that we go out and work and then we come home in the evening and say, hey, let's run out and visit the bullies for 10 minutes. The whole reason we started doing this was so that the bullies were not just here to produce puppies. They're here. Our main goal is to give them a good life, a life where they're loved, and that the puppies we have go to people that will love them from now on. They won't get sold off and traded around or anything like that, and you'll get what you paid for. And as you can see here, this is every day, every single day of our life, no matter what. If we're sick, if you don't feel like getting out of bed or whatever, every dog we have is taken out of that kennel, the kennels down there, and they're put wherever they want to go at and lay down and play or whatever.
You can't really see them, but they're all over here, scattered around. Look at Ace over here.
You can come here at any time, and you're going to see bullies just everywhere.
Unless it's raining.
When this happens, yeah, when it's raining, they don't like to get out. But and then we'll go in the kennels, and they've been in there all night. So we have to restock the food. We gotta change the water. To all you people that just add a little water, that's crazy. They don't want that. They want fresh water every day. And we gotta clean up all where they use the bathroom at, and make their kennels new again. And then that evening they'll all go back in. And then if that's all we had to do, still yet that's enough. But we take time with each dog. You can't just do that, or the dogs, they would never get petted. All they get to do is run around with each other. But that's why they get along with each other, because they're all petted. They all get equal quality time with each of us. We go in, when we put the dogs in, and we go in and we sit down. Cody might sit with one of them, I might sit with one of them, you know, and just pet on it a while, love on it while it's eating, so that it has time of being around people. And that's what it's all about, is keeping the bullies happy. And when you take in, we got to do that. And then how small the litters are. And every pup we have is C-section. And I hate to say it, 90% of them usually go into labor on the weekend at anywhere from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. So that means it's an emergency vet. That's a minimum around here of $2 grand per C-section. So when you have one puppy that makes it, if you don't charge what we do, we're by no means getting rich. We're trying at best most years to break even. You know how much they eat. I mean, it's amazing how much you have to feed them. And then when you look at our vet bills, not just for the C-sections, but just for stuff that comes up. If you have a bully you know about, they have horrible skin. You got to stay on top of that, and you take the best care of them in the world, and you're still going to end up having a big vet bill with a dog. And when you got 20 of them, you imagine what the vet bill is going to be. With that being said, when you do buy a bully from us, we're going to make sure you tell us what the bully you want, and that's what you're going to get. Now, you're going to pay a little more for it, but you're going to get what you want. And if you say you wanted to put your deposit down on Big Country and Gypsy, and those pups got here, and you got deposit on first pick, and you look at all of them and say, I don't like none of them, that's fine. You haven't lost nothing. The next breeding that comes, you'll look at it. Or the next one, you'll look at it. But we'll keep going until you get the puppy that you want. And we'll give you our advice on how the puppy's going to look. Sometimes people think as a puppy, it's not looking like what they want when it's going to be exactly what they want. They just don't get it. But that's fine. We're never going to force you to take a dog. You're going to get the one you want. But and people say, well, I'm spending money with you, and you don't even want to talk to me on the phone. The reason we go by text is we get so many calls a day, me and Cody. You got to understand, we live this. This is our life as bullies, and from morning till late at night, because we get calls from California, and they're on a different time than we are. If we in the beginning, we talked to everybody, and we was getting by the time everybody, each call was about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and this ain't people that's put a deposit down with us. This is just people calling to ask questions. So we reached about 3 people a day each by texting. I'm usually texting as much as 20 people at one time. I'm going down and answer, then I go back down and answer, I go back down and answer, I go back down and answer, and then they send their response in, and then I answer it. And we're reaching so many more people by texting. I know it's not as personal as talking on the phone would be, but we have some people that's had a deposit with us for a year. So if they've had a deposit with us for a year, and if we were talking to everybody on the phone, when they call, they should be the ones that get to go first. So we would never get to talk to anybody about taking a deposit on another pup or selling one because we'd be on the phone with the people that had a deposit with us all the time, because that's who would deserve to be talked to first. And that's just the way it is. We can reach so many more people by texting. And if it comes down to a phone call, yes, sometimes that has to happen.
But we try, we don't just answer people that has spent money with us. The reason, one thing we do the texting for is there's a lot of people that buy dogs from other people, and they want to call and ask us questions, or they've just got a dog that they just adopted, and then something's wrong, or they think we can help them with it, and we want to be able to help everybody with it. And even if you hadn't spent money with us, we want to be able to answer you and help you out with your dog. But if we talk to you on the phone about it, there's no way we can do all that. So it's that way we can try to get to as many people as we can.
Well, that's the truth. I mean, I'll be honest, most of my calls are not about even buying a dog from us. It's dogs people has, or they bought from somebody else and want to know how I think it looks as a puppy, and I give them my honest opinion. And most of them look pretty good. And or they've got some kind of skin issue. They want to know how they can can treat it. And I take my time with each one. Whether I don't even ask if they've ever bought anything from us. I mean, that's irrelevant. We're here for the dogs, not the people. So we're trying to help as many dogs as we can. And that may not mean talking to you personally on the phone. The best we can do is text you back and answer to your question. But since we've been doing the text like this, we're reaching so many more people, and so many more people are getting the answers to their questions. Instead of maybe sending us a question today and getting answered 3 weeks from now when you already had to go to the vet, we're getting back within a day. So most 90% of the people are answered back the same day. And when you weigh that in it, how much it takes to produce the dogs and produce the puppies that we have, and if ever they get easier, our prices will come down. But until then, that's going to be our price. So unless you've got $2 to $3 grand, we cannot sell you a puppy. And I know I'm still going to get people that says, yeah, but what about if you have 10? What's that last one go for? If that ever happens, I'll let you know. Until then, we take deposits on the first 3 males and the first 3 females. We don't know we're going to have 3 males and 3 females. So if we have 4 males, then that means the person getting 3rd pick female gets the shot at that 4th pick male before anybody else would. So still, yeah, we're very rarely ever going to have more than 6. So those 6 are going to be gone. So we're never in a situation where we have that 10th pup that was a runt and we're needing to get rid of. We just don't have it happen. And now out of the 4 sometimes, or the 3 pups, we may have an unhealthy one. And if that's the case, we don't sell it cheap, we keep it. We keep it until it's as healthy as it can possibly be. I can give you all kind of examples of that. Tiny is one of them. She was the most unhealthiest pup in the world. And I mean, she escaped. Here's what she would do every morning. We had her whole litter in here. And she would escape out of this crack and be laying here in front of it.
And she'd go back in at nighttime.
And at nighttime, she'd go back in. This is when, I'm not talking about when she was 4 weeks old. They're in the house at that age. I'm talking about when they was 3 and 4 months old. She was walking through that crack.
She was so skinny. Everybody makes fun of her for gaining weight. I think she has an eating disorder because she was so skinny when she was little.
And we got Ace here, who has never had a litter. Well, I might have had a litter in the beginning, but
no, he's never had a pup survive.
No, and he's had cancer now for 3 or 4 years.
3.
I mean, it's been unbelievable. But look how good he's still doing. Where most people would have just put him down, and then he still lives a great life. He's as happy as he can be, and we'll still. I don't care how much it is. We'll get the money to keep him going as long as we can keep him alive and where he's not suffering. It doesn't matter how much it costs. We're going to do that. So all that being involved, our prices is what they are. I'm sorry that they're high, but please, please, we're trying to answer as many people as we can. We can't sell you a pup any cheaper. I know a lot of you has had so much stuff happen. You know, and like your loved ones have passed away, and they were big fans, and they watched us all the time, and I want to give you a pup, I do, but we couldn't do what we do if we did that. I mean, some of the stories break my heart. I want to give away more than you would believe, but then when it's time to pay that C-section for $2,000 or that monthly vet payment that, speaking of, we run a tab with him. I mean, it's never under $1,000 that we owe him. It's hard to give away a pup when you still owe people for litters that, you know, that come in the past. You can't do it. And Bree is another one that didn't work out good. So where's Bree at? Right here, living the life. Tell him, Bree. Are we going to breed her? No. She'll probably never breed her unless, I don't know. We've had pups before that we thought didn't turn out, so we always keep them. We think, well, we'll never breed them. And they end up, as adults, being some of the best.
There's an example. Gypsy.
Yeah, Gypsy's an example. We thought, well, that's just a big pit bull. I mean, at a year old, she looked like a big pit bull. She looked 20 inches tall.
Another one that people don't realize is Big Country looked terrible as a puppy.
That's why we got Big Country. The guy that had him, he bred first around, and that's where baby Lisa come from. So he thought everything he took and he bought the female from us, and he thought everything he took to her was going to come out real short and pocket like baby Lisa. So he did a breeding with Wart, and he got Big Country. Well, he didn't even want it. And if you look at him as a pup, you can tell why. And we just loved him, man. He was just a big old goofball of a dog. And heck, man, he's ended up being one of the best looking bullies on the planet. How many 16, 17 inch tall, 120, 27 inch head bullies are even in existence?
Yeah, he ended up becoming the new Mo Money. We thought it was going to be Too Fat. Speaking of Too Fat, look at his daughter up here. 3, talk about a little clone.
And she is. She's just like.
And she's still a puppy. She's only just about a year old now.
She's going to be that. She got more of the try than Too Fat's got.
And then there's Fat Girl beside her. Hey, Tiny.
That's the little one that slid through the gates I was telling y'all about that was unhealthy. She has made up for being so skinny every day of her life. When
she snuck away.
Her whole goal is to eat as much food as she possibly can. Man, when you pick her up, it's like picking up a hamster. If you grab her body and hold her up like that, her little head disappears down inside of her. Her skin slides up around her. I'm sorry, baby. I don't mean nothing bad. You sure look at me like, what are you talking about? But y'all bear with us, and you know, like I said, if we can ever get them any cheaper, we will. And text us your questions, and please don't. I love you watching Instagram and the YouTube videos, but we can't answer those because we're answering so many texts. So text us, and you're going to get answered back. It's going to be a text, but you're going to get answered back. And we appreciate y'all more than you'll ever know. And thank you so much. And God bless all of us.